Okay, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Also salutations to all the Akim out there that's pushing this truth. And also shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect. And I think I'm going to title this, Is It Fit to Say to a King Thou Art Wicked? And it's based off the book of Job. All right. I'm going to read it real quick. It says, Job 34:8, is it fit to say to a king, thou art wicked, and to princes, ye are ungodly? And the answer is yes, right? Because when you look at society, all right, the reason why it's wicked is because what? The wicked is ruling, okay? It says, it says, so is the king, so is the people, okay? So the reason why you see so much sin in the earth, because what? That's what the rulership is pushing. And that's what, and look, and this is what the prophets always have done. They always went and prophesied before kings, you know? The kings, look, these kings and princes, they always had to face the music, okay? That's why these people that's in the church, right? They don't understand the things that's going on in the Bible, all right? They don't understand the story, what's been written already, you know, what's taking place. Even when you read the book of Acts, right? Did not Apostle Paul have to stand before a king, you know, or a prince? I think dude was a governor. Hold on real quick. But that's our job. They're mad at us for doing our job, right? Let me see. I'm going to try to get right to the point. Acts 23 and 23. And he called unto him two centurions, saying, make ready 200 soldiers to go to Caesarea, and horsemen 70, and spearmen 200, at the third hour of the night, and provide them beasts, that they may set Paul on, and bring him safe unto Felix the governor. So look, even Paul had to go what? Face a governor, you know, or Moses, right? Moses, he had to go before Pharaoh. Okay, the Lord told John, you shall what? Prophesy before what? Kings and princes. Let's grab that too. And it also was told to Jeremiah, I've made you what? A prophet unto the nations. So when you when we speak, guess what? We gotta speak into these nobles, all right, these kings, these princes, man, you know, because that's who's ruling society. That's the nation of people or nations that's trying to make us forget about Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, man. So why the hell when we cuss out the so-called white man or the Arab man or the Chinese man, you know? Why the hell wouldn't we do that? You know, showing you, you know, these people, they don't understand what's going on in the scriptures. They actually think that the times now is different from the ancient world. You know, the same thing that took place in Egypt is taking place now. Same thing, man. Whatever took place in Babylon is taking place now. Nivea is taking place now. Think about it, right? And this the nigga woman. Look at, man. Come on, man. Yeah. No, and it's always nigga speak, because you know what? Especially the nigga woman, right? When you say something against the so-called white man, you know, and we speak about him losing his power, that's them simultaneously losing their power too, you know, because her and his goddamn devil made a goddamn serpent, man. I mean, he made a goddamn pact, you know. And both of them are fucking serpents, you know. You know. But let's go to the book of Revelations. Revelations 10 and 11, right? It says, look, and you got to look, and when did this take place? When did John come back and prophesy again against these kings? All right, against the Edomites, because that's who the king of the earth right now. Okay, that's who's ruling. That's who faces on the money. That's who's invading people's land. Got his image up as being Jesus Christ. You know, and all these different things, man. That's who. Oh, isn't that written? They wondered after the beast. So everybody is everybody know this is the king of the earth right now. You know, he's the king on the hill right now. And then you look at the conditions of the earth, it is fit to say to him, "Thou art wicked." All right, and to the princes, what? Thou art what? Ungodly. Revelations 10 and 9. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, "Give me the little book." And he said unto me, "Take it up, eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter. But it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey." And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up. And it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter. Right? And that's talking about the scriptures. All right? It's talking about the Holy Scriptures. Right? And that's another thing, right? All right, we're telling the kings the bitter, and they don't like it. We're telling the kings that their society is about to fall, man. All right, everything ain't about the love of Jesus, right? And if you want to be technical, right, the love of Jesus is stealing, killing, and destroying. All right, look up the history of the love of Jesus. All right. How the so-called white man used that image to fucking brainwash our people, right? And fucking conquer lands, man. So look, we're bringing all that stuff out against this man. Okay? It says, and he said unto me, "Thou must prophesy again before many people and nations and tongues and kings." You see? So the kings have to see us, man. All right, these words have to be spoken. All right, they have to understand their judgment. What's that? Psalms 149. It says, executing the vengeance that is written upon them. You know, you got to tell them about these things. Because that's the true gospel. Just like Apostle Gabar always says, right? If somebody is receiving good news, right? Somebody is receiving bad news. All right, and that's just the balance of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Let's go to Isaiah 13, right? And 1. It says, "The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amoz did see." It says, "Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them," right? And that's what we're doing, right? It's not a doctrine of us just hating the so-called white man. First of all, we teach way more than that. Okay? And look, man, we already know you guys, you're not watching a ton of our fucking videos, you know, because if you came in during the early 2000s, man, so many subjects and you know and I just say curriculum of our doctrine that we went through, man, you know, that yeah, you people missed it. So a lot of you, you're new to the Hebrew Israelites, man. And the Lord is he's just marking you people, man. It says, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. And what? Tell them what? I'm gonna show you what we gonna tell the gates of the nobles. All right, tell these nobles. Let's just go to Wisdom of Solomon. I mean, how would they hear these words? Hey, it's written. What? How shall they hear? How shall they hear without a preacher? Or what? How shall they not hear without a preacher? Right? When you go into that word preacher, it means prophet. Okay. Wisdom of Solomon 6:1. It says, hear therefore, O ye kings, right? Understand, learn ye that be judges of the ends of the earth, right? Hey, does not the white man have military bases all around the earth? Give ear, ye that rule the people. Glory in the multitude of the nations. It says, for power is given of the Lord, and sovereignty from the highest. Who shall try your works and search out your counsels? You see? And we found out what? We found out what? Your counsel is wicked. All right. Your works is wicked. Other words, the prophets wouldn't have to be what? Set up. Right? Because this will be what? This will be a righteous society. It says, because being ministers of his kingdom, ye have not judged of right, nor kept the law, nor walked after the counsel of Yahweh. So you see, somebody got to tell them this. Horribly and speedily shall he come upon you, for sharp judgment shall be upon them that be in high places. For mercy will soon pardon the meanest, but the mighty man shall be mightily tormented. For he which is the Lord over all shall fear no man's persons, neither shall he stand in awe at any man's greatness. All right, because first of all, he put him in that power. For he have made small and great, and care for all alike. But a sore trial shall be upon the mighty. Unto you, therefore, O kings, do I speak, that ye may learn wisdom and not fall away. See, and that's the thing. It's too late. He done already fell away, you know? Like it says, their sins have reached up to the heavens. Or what's that, Ezra's? The earth is what? Polluted with wickedness. All right? So this place is freaking tainted, man. And I think I had one more scripture. I can really end it right there, because that's all I really had to say on this, you know. I think it might have been 6. If not, I'll probably stop right there. I think it was Wisdom of Solomon 10 though. So bear with me. Ungodly parents. Well, I'm probably gonna read Wisdom of Solomon 10, just a little bit though. Wisdom of Solomon 10:14. And it's just talking about wisdom. Okay, let's start from 12. She defended from her enemies and kept them safe for those that lie in wait and sore affliction. She gave him the victory that he might know that the goodness is stronger than all. When the righteous was sold, she forsook him not, but delivered him from sin. She went down with him into the pit. She left him not in bonds till she brought him the scepter of the kingdom and the power against those that oppress him. As for him that had accused him, she showed them liars and gave him perpetual glory. She delivered the righteous people and the blameless seed from the oppressed, from the nation that oppressed them. Now listen to this, verse 16. She entered into the soul of the servant of the Lord and withstood dreadful kings in wonders and in signs. And that's what we're doing. All right. We have to stand before those dreadful kings, man. It mentions how we stood upon our feet, right? And the king, and basically they was afraid, you know. Somebody has to, you know, do this job, you know, and we are those men. So hey, man, it's not our fault that 2/3 of our people is blinded with ignorance, you know, and they don't understand the job of a prophet or who the prophets really are, you know. Hey, but with that, let me give all praise and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash, double honors to the elders of GMS. Also salutations to all the Akim out there, and this pushing this truth, and also shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect. Peace.